All right, Kiss Army, welcome to the KissFAQ Podcast. Thank you for giving us your time today and letting us into your head. I hope we don't do any damage. This is a Kiss-related podcast by the board for the board. We hope that you enjoy. Welcome to episode 164 and a half of the KissFAQ Podcast. This is a special edition with an important announcement to all Kiss cruisers, people with an interest in Kiss Cruise 8. Joe, when does Kiss Cruise 8 sail, and where are they going out of this year?
Set sail on the 31st of October out of Miami, and it is going to Key West and Nassau. I know there's going to be a bar crawl in Nassau, and we're back on November 5th, I believe. The pre-party is the day before we leave on the 30th.
Andy, where is the pre-party taking place this year? You guys have some big news about the pre-party. You guys have put this together for the last two cruises, and this is going to be bigger and better and badder than the last two. Am I setting the bar way up there for you to have to jump over, or are you going to crawl under that?
Actually, I thought last year was this level. I thought after last year's, there was absolutely no way we could, over the top. And now I just think we just went to a new level for stuff that started out at the Holiday Inn at the Holiday Inn in Biscayne Bay across from the mall and all that stuff that Jeff Hopkins and I had started doing the whole living in sin thing, from being just in a hotel lobby area, bar area, everybody hanging out, listening to music with DJ Noise, having some special guests like Lydia and Big John one year, Marie the Contessa, Roman, and it's just been getting bigger and bigger. And then, we went away last year. We went out of, New Orleans. So basically we started searching, found a place, and it just, Joe can tell you, I was just like excited to do it, but it's like, I didn't realize the amount of people by the time that night came. It was just holy. When basically I stepped on stage for the first time and saw the crowd, it was just like, now I know how it feels like a real rock band feels when they step on the stage and look out to the crowd. You can almost barely not see anybody because you got to go like this with your eyes with the lights, but the crowd is just like massive. And it's like that's a high on itself. That's just a plain high on itself. So. And anyways, they decided to go back to Miami. So I went back to the Holiday Inn and talked to the Holiday Inn. And it's funny that the Holiday Inn people have actually changed. They're changing the whole thing. I think they were bought up by Interstate. I think it's right, but it's still calling it Holiday Inn. And they got some new people there. And I was trying to explain to the people what we've done before that in the past. And they were kind of like, kind of itchy about it. And so I told them to go talk to a couple of people from the past. And they said, oh, so the lady understood it. But then I said, well, the last party I had there, because Jeff and Denise didn't go on it, so I just decided to have the party and just have DJ Noise and just there was no charities and just had some guests and just, hey, let's just have fun. Nobody had to pay for anything. It was just, hey, let's just show up and have fun. Well, it got like really, it's a hotel, it's a little bar area, and they were serving food stuff, but there were like 200 plus people. And it just like, it was packed for like we were definitely in the fire hazard. There was no doubt about it. If the fire department walked in that place, they would have been shut down, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So anyways, when we got back, as soon as we got off the ship, of course I called them. And then Joe says, hey, Andy, you want to do this again? I said, do what? He goes, there's not many places in Miami to put on a bigger party. And so we started doing the hunt, and we found this place called the Hangar, which is basically 5 minutes down the street from the Holiday Inn, or it's a 15-minute walk, or you can even the Moto? It's a train, actually, Moto trail train, whatever it is, and it kind of goes by there, and basically it's 5 minutes. Like I said, it's a 5-minute drive now. I found him. Gave Joe a number. Wrong. Somehow it wasn't the wrong number. Found another number. Gave Joe the number. Joe called him, and here we go. So that's how it gets started.
All right, Joe. So tell us about finding the hangar and what your guys' initial plan for what you're going to do for this gathering is going to be.
Well, I think the initial plan for us was always to, okay, great. We did so well with the bands last year. I mean, let's face it, you're going on the Kiss cruise, seeing bands is what you're going to see for the next 5 days. So we did last year a couple of bands that, and including the dives, that just gave that nice Kiss feel. This year we're doing the same thing. We're doing kind of an homage to the 6 Degrees of Kiss, if you will. We have a band called 1984, which is a Van Halen tribute, going to start the show. Well, Gene Simmons discovered Van Halen, correct? So there's that kind of feel. Plus, it's their 40th anniversary, and they're really a good band. We've also got Kiss America, which is a tribute band from that area. Let me tell you, these guys, they're pulling out all the stops. They're going to do costume changes and their set list is extensive. They're going to be doing some different raffles with the fans to have different things that people can win and be a part. So make it a nice interactive party for everybody. And then, of course, I don't know if now's when you want me to get into it, but we kind of stepped in it a little bit with a band called, should I go ahead and announce it? The breaking news?
Well, hold on. Let's do the whole thing first, and then we'll get into it.
Go ahead and get back to it, Andy.
Yeah. So basically what happened is, like Joe said, we have called Kiss America, and they, the tribute band, and like Joe says, they want to split it up. I mean, they have some crazy ideas. So anybody who basically, actually, let me run through it anyways. So anyways, I'll go through the whole schmeal with everybody. So this year, like we said, we have DJ Noise is coming back. So he's going to be starting basically the party when people come in, and you hear the music, and he does this rock thing, and everybody knows who he is and does this thing. And then he's going to be playing in between the bands, and they get timeout breaks, whatever, if we ever get breaks and stuff like that. Also coming back there, we got Lydia Chris this year coming back, which is another special guest. So she's always a crowd favorite, and she's always having fun, and I'm there. Point blank before we got off the show, he said, hey, we're back in Miami. She's like, I'm there. So also we got Mr. Ken Sharp coming back again for his third time. So not only is Ken that guy has more talent in one pinky than people have in their whole body. The guy can play, the guy can write, the guy can sing, the guy can do everything. It's just amazing. And actually, he's going to have a new CD out by the time the party comes. So I would imagine he's going to have the new CD with him, and he's can buy it and stuff like that. And then also Mr. Big John Hart's coming back for the second time. And I don't know if you saw, I don't have the thing, but I mean, I literally just saw it right before we get on. If you go to Big John's Facebook page and stuff, he's trying to, with his book, if you give donations and stuff, he's got all kinds of things. You can get signed posters from him. If you donate $10 or something. Like I said, he's got a giant list of stuff. And hopefully by the time the party comes, maybe the book will be out. That would be premier. That would be awesome. Also, we have Mr. Tom Philly, who's the director of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to get Mr. Bill Aucoin into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which he should be in. You like it. I don't even like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but guess what? Kiss is in it. The original 4 are in it. It's time to get Bill in it. All right, let's face it, man. If it wasn't for Bill, Kiss is nowhere to be found. To get them off the ground, point blank.
Yeah, so on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't think any Kiss fans have any amount of love for that organization. But Bill Aucoin has to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Even if they need a new category for managers and significant extra band players, because there are so many people, and it just doesn't relate to Bill Aucoin, that other bands, they played a critical role in bringing those bands to the success that they, eventually, I can't think of the word, they attained, whether it's like Motley Crue, Alan Kaufman, took them. Then there was Guns N' Roses manager, Bill Aucoin, Doc McGee, who's that chap?
Bon Jovi and all the other guys. You got to think about all the people.
With the Beatles, who was that guy? Who was that guy with the Stones? I mean, I'm not throwing the names out there, but there are so many people. So Bill Aucoin not being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Kiss, an iconic American institution that's still going strong 45 years after the fact, is just a crime against humanity, especially when you think of them kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel and really getting some tenuous acts in. So, sorry to interrupt you. Continue, Andy.
It's okay. It's all good. You know how it is. I do it too. Also, Roman Fernandez will be there. If anybody knows, that's Bill Aucoin's partner. He lives around in somewhere, and he's going to be there. So he's going to come hang out with people and say hi, and try to. If you haven't signed the petition to get Bill in the Rock Hall of Fame, he's gonna, come on, just sign it. That's all. It's not a big deal. So, if you buy a ticket, the tickets when we released the tickets, they were. It says 6 o'clock, so some people actually bought as soon as they came out, and it does say doors open at 6. If you bought hopefully we're going to get the message out more. If you bought a general admission ticket, we have changed it since then. If you bought a general admission ticket, the doors open technically for you guys at 7:30 now, because when we do this announcement here, we're explaining it all because we weren't expecting this, and all of a sudden this happened. So, anyways, all that. It's only $20 to get in. You know what I mean? You got 2 bands. You got all these special guests. You don't have to pay extra to see the special guests. If you want to buy something on the side, that's your own. That's your own thing. But for $20, yeah, people are like, oh, it was only $10 last year. Well, you know what? Miami's more expensive. The bar's more expensive. We got to pay the bills. You got to think about the background. The bar's going to open up. It's on a Tuesday night. It's usually not open on a Tuesday night, which is kind of strange for Miami, but that's good in our thing because we make out on that, right, Joe? and also now, so that's with that part. So go ahead, Joe. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more thing before I forgot. Kiss America did say. One of the contests, we can let everybody know about that anyways, Joe. If you buy a ticket between now, from the beginning, till June 1st, you'll be putting in a raffle. And the raffle is, Joe will put all the names in the thing. They'll pick a name out of a hat, wherever he tell us we'll end up doing it. And the winner actually gets to pick any Kiss song they want to hear. And basically, we'll contact that person, have that person contact Kiss America to tell them, because I don't want to know. Nobody wants to know. And then Kiss America basically said they would pull that person up on stage with them, if I was correct, Joe, if I'm right about that. They would hold the album. They'll get the album cover that they want to do, and the person can hold the album cover, and then they'd stop playing the song. So that's pretty cool. And I think that was one of the contests, and then so I'll leave it at that. So go ahead, Joe. Take it away from there.
So another contest we're going to do, which I think is pretty cool. We're going to pick somebody to actually, how KISS starts. You wanted the best. You got the best. Well, KISS America, of course, starts their show like that. And what they figure they do would be a neat contest would be to pick someone to let them say it at the event that night. So that'll be fun.
Oh, channel your inner Eddie Belandis or your inner J.R. Smalling to intro the band. That's fantastic. That's a great idea.
I want to win that one. That one's killing me.
I'm still waiting for KISS to sell that one as an option to a show. Forget the.
I've been saying that for years. They could do that on the KISS Cruise. I've begged since day one. I told somebody how much you want to do that? How much would it cost me to stand there on that stage or on the side, or not even out in the audience like that? Just somewhere on the side, on the back side, but somebody video recording it while I say it, and doing like a double video, showing the audience kind of thing in the darkness, and having a video of it. Prime. I've been saying it for years since day one. How much would this cost to happen? And it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, just put it on a 5-second delay to make sure they actually announce what they're supposed to, and if they don't, cattle prod them.
Got the sheet right in front of you. Who's going to want to screw that up, mess with that? I wouldn't. I'd love it.
No, absolutely not, and especially if it's a add-on purchase. All right, let's get back to the gathering, because that's what this this is all about. Joe. All
right. Well, the breaking news, if you will, which has been out there for a couple of days. We have signed 4x to be one of the headliners of the event, and everybody who buys one of those $20 tickets that Andy was talking about will get to see their electric set as well as part of that $20. But they've put together a really cool VIP experience that's going to happen prior to the doors opening to general public. And basically, for $75, which includes a $20 entrance ticket, so really 55 extra bucks, for that ticket, you get the ticket into the event. They're going to do a storyteller style acoustic set for the VIPs way before the general public comes in. So they won't see it. Only the VIPs will see this little show. Then when the show is over, we're going to line everybody up, and they'll go and get their picture taken with a professional photographer with the band, and they'll get a personal item signed by the band. So if you wanted to bring, say, your Frehley's Comet album and have John and Todd sign it, that'd be great. Or you can bring something else and have them sign it, but you get a personal item. You're also going to get then handed a bag, a swag bag, which will have an autographed CD from the band, a commemorative poster of the night's event signed by the band, and there'll be a swag, a bunch of other swag in there that we get from people like Kiss Limousines who are helping sponsor, and a couple other people that we're talking to. So it's going to be a really great little show package, the whole 9 yards. It's we were going to do a special, even specialer, if you will. I know that's not a word. Package for the first 25, but we sold those out in the first day. So we're about halfway there with the available VIPs. So people, if you want to come meet these guys, see an awesome storyteller set, get all this cool swag, and get your picture with the band. Hey, you're not getting your picture with Kiss, but you're going to get it with 4x8. And it'll be cool. For the money that it is, it's a win-win. And, a lot of people think, it's so far away. But even concerts these days, you book so far out. We have to book it this far out. So, like I said, if you want to go to the VIP, now's the time to buy the tickets while they're still available.
And 4x8 are an absolutely incredibly talented bunch of guys, not just with their Frehley's Comet, connections. Todd Howarth is an insanely talented songwriter, vocalist, guitarist, keyboardist. We can just run down the list. His resume is just insanely impressive. John Reagan, amazing.
Grammy winner.
Amazing bass player. Again, a very important part of Frehley's Comet. Who else is Pat still in the band? And
yeah, Pat.
And
I can't see.
Gasperi and Rob Affuso.
Gasperi and Rob Affuso.
And people should know.
If you don't know who Rob Caruso is, then I guess you don't know who Skid Row is, right?
So there's an opportunity to meet some great guys from the 80s and early 90s rock scene, and with obviously John goes back a bit further than that, playing with the guys that he did, Frampton and Mick Jagger. It's sick. Absolutely to nail them down. And they released an album. What was it? 2 years ago, Relentless.
Relentless.
Is a relentless album. It's got a re-recording of one of Todd's, greatest songs that was done with Frehley's Comet. It's over now. So no matter what, here you are with an opportunity to do a meet and greet with those guys, get a nice swag bag. I'm very impressed. That's a step up for me. Yeah.
Well, here's more of it too that Joe hasn't said. When you buy the ticket, right? If you buy the two things out of it. If you bought a general admission ticket early, because this is before we had 4x8, if you bought the $20 ticket and you upgrade to the VIP ticket, all we're asking you to bring that general admission ticket when you come to the VIP thing, and we'll give you the $20 back in cash because it's a lot easier just for us to do it that way. So if you needed to upgrade, don't worry, you're going to get your money back. You're not going to get ripped off. And the other thing is that the bar, right? We have this down to 100 people. And I'm telling you, this is, I've been to expos and I've done the, parties before. This is not going to turn into a fiasco. Those 100 people, besides, the workers that are going to be there, and probably, the tribute band's going to be inside the, doing their thing or getting ready or whatever, are going to be in the bar area. But those only 100 people that buy these VIP are going to be in that bar. The general admission people are not going to be in that bar until we're done, and we're not going to be done until like 7:30. So no, there's not going to be like, oh, can we sneak in? No, because there's another thing too. Is not only that we're only going to have like the 100 people. We actually, when you buy them, that's your order. So if you're number one, you're going to be number one to get your photo. And the photos, you're going to have a nice backdrop. They're not just going to sit in the chairs and just. We're actually going to have a nice photo. You're going to have a nice backdrop, like we did last year with the lights and stuff. You're going to get a couple of pictures. We're going to make sure. And if you buy, because some people have already asked me privately, I forget to tell Joe, say, like, I buy two, right? I'll just say I buy two, one for me and one for Kim. Do I get two pictures? Yes. You bought two VIP things. You can have two pictures taken. Just because you jump in the one, say the significant other jumps in the picture, you take one picture, you can have the second picture. Don't worry about it. You paid for it, you're going to get what you paid for. I guarantee it, because I've been in these lines. I've been in what's been in the chaos lately. No, it's not going to happen. And we're not letting anybody try to slide. So don't people just try to slide in to try to get into the VIP. It's not going to happen. Also, too,
there's we're going to give everybody a commemorative laminate that's going to have your name on the laminate and the number. It's the great part about what we're doing with the tickets is we're able to actually track the exact time somebody buys a ticket. So I can tell you who the first 25 were, and I have them listed out, broken down. So we'll be able to number the VIPs from 1 to 100 and, have everybody line up according to number. I mean, as best as we can, but that's the premise. You get your commemorative laminate, you wait in line, but there's not going to be a lot of that, give and take that you see at the expos where you see people taking friends and family and stuffing them ahead of others that have been waiting in line. And we're not going to do that. That's, it's 4x8's going to be running a great event. We're going to help them keep it organized, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
So, Andy, what you're saying is people are actually going to get their photographs?
Yes, well, that's another thing. We're still, everybody's going to get their photographs, but we're deciding, like, we take the pictures, we might drop them to the Facebook page, the event page, as fast as we can. And then after that, we might do a Dropbox and then send them emails. We're gonna figure out how to actually get that other. But we're definitely gonna try to drop all the photos as fast as they can onto the Facebook event page. And if somebody's picture comes out bad and they're there, we take the picture right away. If she says, "Oh, this picture is not good," we'll just take it over. We're not gonna, we're gonna make sure that people get what they paid for, point blank, and for the amount of money and the amount of stuff you're gonna get. And we're not done yet. This is just February. And if you see, if you've been to Living in Sin parties with me, and even with Joe last year, we were throwing stuff from the stage. We were throwing cups and throwing picks and walking in the crowd. So you never know what can happen. And like I said, it's only February, so we got a long way to go.
You've heard the old adage, something up your sleeve. Well, that is very true when it comes to Andy and I for this event. We've got all kinds of stuff up our sleeves.
So, for $20, you're talking 4x8, you got a KISS tribute band, you've got Andy and Joe, you've got the personalities that are going to come in, Big John Hart, who by that time I would hope he has some stuff on hand, because obviously he has announced his pledge music. I don't want to call it a fundraiser, because everything that you are giving money for, you are getting something for in return, whether it's just the book on its own for $20 or a whole other bunch of perks that you can purchase from him as he ramps up his autobiography. So Lydia Chris, John Hart, Ken Sharp. I mean, come on, how can I forget Ken Sharp? I love that guy to bits. Again, just completely such a talented and positive human being. Roman Fernandez. Roman is awesome as well. If you've not met Roman, the guy is just absolutely wonderful. The passion with which he preserves the memory of Bill Aucoin. All you can say that Bill was very lucky to have a partner like Roman, who obviously cares about him and his legacy to such a degree, to be carrying that torch forward for him. And I just can't get over the amount of effort that you guys put into this year after year. I mean, when we spoke last year about your gathering, I was like, that is freaking awesome. I was like, okay, how are they going to outdo that next time? And
yeah.
It sounds like you're well on your way to doing that, and it's only February now.
Yeah, and I did forget another person too that's penciled in, not 100% guaranteed, but it is penciled in. Is Maria Contessa. She is, she knows about it. If she has nothing on the schedule, she's going to come down and say hi to everybody. She doesn't sell anything, but she does come in. So she has done that in the past. She just comes in, and just says hi to everybody, and we have to announce her actually because she just kind of hides out and just kind of does her own thing, says hi to everybody. So that's a thing. Also, we're doing all this, Joe, and we forgot, right? If you want tickets, you can go to www.eventbrite.com, and it's the KISS Cruise, the Gathering 3 pre-cruise party. I know it's a long name, but
hey, if they just put up the Gathering 3, it comes up.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
all you got to do is go to eventbrite.com, and that's BRITE. Eventbrite.com, type in The Gathering 3 in Miami. You're going to get our page. The tickets, you can buy each one. You can buy the $20 general admission tickets, or you can buy the VIP experience for $75.
And one hell of an experience it's going to be. All right, guys. Final thoughts, Andy, before we sign off. Just do it.
Do what?
Get off the fence and make sure you've got a ticket, because Joe's recording the numbers and he's going to know exactly who you are, exactly where you are in line, and it's going to be a bash. It's going to be incredible.
All I can say is we're trying our hardest in a way. We want to have fun with it like everybody else, but we want to be like a control chaos, right, Joe?
Control chaos is
have fun. We want to have fun, but we're going to have control chaos. We're going to make it right. We're going to do our damnedest to make it right. And we do have some help. So, Kim's going to be there. Patrice is going to be there. Actually, my mother's going on a cruise, so she's going to be there. And one of our Kim's friends is actually going on a cruise, and she'll be there. So we're good enough to control. And, the bow is going to be helping us out, too, and stuff. So,
Joey, let me tell you, Andy and I don't do this for money. We do it because we love Kiss. And this is, we love the cruises. We've made friends on these cruises that are going to be our friends forever. And it means something to us. And it's a great way for us to put on a party. I kind of look at this as a reunion. This is a Kiss Cruise reunion every year. We all get together and we kick off our week together having a blast. And that's exactly what this is going to be. We have a lot of tricks up our sleeves, and all I can say is if you miss this, you will be sorry.
Yeah, and the other thing is, too, is I've been at, because it's Joto, I've been at the 4x8 guys for like 2 years about this, because I went to go see them in last fall when Ace played at the Chance, and then all of a sudden on the bill is 4x8, and I'm like, are you serious? I had to clean my eyes because I was going, and then when I got up there, if you've ever been up there, it's just a very small place in a not so great area, as you want to say, and the bands really can't escape. They actually have to go through you. So if you get up there like a nutcase, like I do all the time, you're up there at 8 a.m. in the morning, you wait all day. Most of the time, the band they have to kind of come through. So I saw John Regan and Todd, and I had taken some pictures, and I was already at them back then about, man, we'd love to see you guys play in New Orleans. Contact me. Here's my thing. Let's do this. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. Oh maybe. And then I kept on and on and on. Kept going. So and especially after seeing them that night, and all of a sudden, you got Ace playing. You got Potterfurly's, Ace played, Potterfurly's coming already. And then you have, 4x8, you got Todd John. And they seriously kicked ass, and they look, and the guys look at 4x8, they look like they were having fun. It was like, let's face it, some bands playing nowadays, they're a little older, they look like they've kind of like, I'm going through the motion kind of thing. Those guys were so into it. Todd's still like a little kid, jumping around, playing. And the guitarist, Pat, I don't really know Pat, but watching him on certain songs from the old Fairly's Common thing, it was just watching him. He looks like a little kid, like he was like one of us sitting in the audience. He was going on. It's just so fun. And then seeing, at the end where Ace and Richie Scarlett jumped up on with those. It was like a whole. I'm like, the holy shit moment was just it was like a giant Frehley's Comet reunion with the Frehley's Comet reunion. It was awesome. So. That's why I said we keep pounding on them and enjoy. It's so, they finally gave in, right, Joe? We twisted their arm. We said, "Come on, man, you gotta get down the floor, twist your arms."
I'm an Italian from Jersey. I made them an offer they couldn't refuse.
True. So all I can say is that seriously, we're gonna do our best to make this really, really experience off the hook. Like you said, we're all gonna have the hundreds in that place, besides the bar people and the band, whatever the band said, setting up stuff, that kind of stuff. But we're going to keep it, nice. And like I said, whatever number you buy that thing, that's your number. That's your number that you stand in line for the photo, and then you stand in line to get your one item signed. So, and that's the other thing too, because I've already gotten asked, can I bring 2 or 3 items? No. It's already in the thing. You can have one personal item signed by the band. if everybody gets done and everything goes through, if it happens to go through, nicely, we want people to like Joe, right, Joe? We want people, not to get so far pushed and rushed. You know what I mean? We want them to get their picture nicely.
The fact that they're getting the autographed CD and the autographed commemorative poster, they're getting something signed by the band before they even get their own personal item signed. So it should make things flow nicely, nicely.
And we want everybody to have their picture nicely. I mean, it's going to be, like kind of quick, but it's not going to be. We want to make sure everybody can turn around and look at the camera and say, "Cheese," you know what I mean? That a couple extra seconds to make it look good, to make sure. Because like I say, we're going to make a nice full backdrop, not just a half. You see half a wall or half the ceiling or whatever it is. We want to make a full, like we did last year. We had a nice full thing from the gathering for last year's for New Orleans, so a full thing. So we want to make it really nice. So.
All right, let's wrap that there. This is this is a phrase I've been using a lot lately when I talk about Kiss fans getting together and actually being one-on-one, away from the Facebook, away from the online, away from all the fake. It's a tribal gathering for the Kiss Cruise 8, where go to Eventbrite, BRITE.com, and put in the gathering. And do you guys have a Facebook presence that you're kind of doing for this as well, or anywhere that people can find you online to see, to get in touch with you?
Go ahead, Joe.
We are on Facebook. We have an event page set up. If you search the Kiss Cruise 8, The Gathering 3, anything like that, you're going to get it should come up.
Yeah, and you'll see the image of the hangar. It says the hangar, like a plane. You see it.
And while The Gathering may sound like a horror title, it is certainly anything but a horror story, what you guys are putting together. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's wrap that up there. Joe, Andy, thank you for joining me for this quick 164 and a half episode of the KissFAQ podcast. Here's to you guys for putting together something for yourself and for the fans to enjoy. It sounds like it's going to be a fantastic evening. I can't wait to find out if I'm going to get a berth on Kiss Cruise 8, because if I do, I'm there.
This is going to be the best Kiss Cruise music-wise. It's got to be. Kiss, Ace Frehley Band now, Bob and Bruce, without a doubt. This is going to be, I would say, the best Kiss Cruise music-wise.
And
it's got to be.
And the best Kiss gathering to date.
I hope.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you online. Everyone, check this out and check out the Facebook page and keep track of what these guys are doing, because this is real fans doing stuff for real fans. So don't miss it. Sounds like a blast. Thank you both for joining me.
See you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for spending time listening to the KissFAQ podcast today. All sales are final. There are no refunds. If you'd like, look us up on Facebook or come over to the KissFAQ message board and discuss the topic we broadcast today. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes, Spreaker, or wherever you've listened to the show. We hope you'll join us again.